大家好，我是 David 老师，同时也是泛太平洋珠心算协会以及顶峰全球珠心算协会的创会会长。欢迎进到我们专业的珠心算教室。这个影片是专门为各国老师录制的，希望对各位的教学有所帮助。现在开始我们今天的课程。今天的课程是第5单元。
In this unit, we would like to explain what mental arithmetic with listening is. There are two different types of mental arithmetic. One is mental arithmetic with listening, and another is mental arithmetic with viewing. Mental arithmetic with listening is where teacher will read the numbers to the students. Sometimes we call it mental arithmetic with reading. Mental arithmetic with viewing is where students will look at the questions on the book and answer them. We should start learning mental arithmetic with listening first. If students start learning mental arithmetic with reading first, they will tend to use the finger counting methods from school to answer questions. This will defeat the purpose of learning abacus. Therefore, we should start with mental arithmetic with listening. We will only start that after learning the fives and tens complements addition and subtraction. At this stage, students would have learned all 4 sets of the formulas. They should be able to capture the bits image in their mind. Hence, it would be a good time to start. We must pay attention to some essential points when teaching mental arithmetic with listening. Firstly, we should start with tens complement addition and subtraction, followed by fives complement addition and subtraction. This is a reverse order of how we teach in abacus. The reason being, in tens complement formulas, we are moving the bits from left to right to perform the carry forward and right to left to perform the carry backward. Your fingers will be moving from the left to right or from the right to the left. For example, plus 2 and plus 8 equals minus 2 plus 10. Minus 9 is minus 10 plus 1. Your fingers will be moving from the left to right or from the right to the left. It involves one movement only. Therefore, teachers will be able to spot the mistakes easily. Next, we can start with fives complement addition and subtraction. Let's say we have 4. Plus 1 equals plus 5 minus 4 down together. Plus 2 equals plus 5 minus 3 down together. Plus 3 equals plus 5 minus 2 down together. Plus 4 equals plus 5 minus 1 down together. In other words, the movements of fives complement addition, which is down together, is harder for teacher to spot the mistakes compared to tens complement. At times, teacher may not be able to see if students are using the correct formulas. Hence, we should start teaching tens complement addition and subtraction in mental arithmetic with listening. Second essential point is we should start with shorter questions with moderate speed. The main goal is to have accuracy instead of speed. We have to observe the movement of the fingers and it should match the movement on the abacus. Thirdly, the movement should be light and small. The fingertips should be touching the table. Fourthly, students should read the formulas out while moving the fingers. The fingers should stop at the last movement of the beads. Lastly, if the students are having a hard time doing mental arithmetic, abacus can be used interchangeably. Above mentioned are the 5 essential points of teaching mental arithmetic with listening. This diagram shows the correct position of students' both hands while doing mental arithmetic. Firstly, put your left hand on the table. Find a fixed spot for your right hand. This will be your units place. When we are moving bits of 6, 7, 8, and 9, we have to take extra care as the width is different for these numbers. For example, 6 width in the middle will be just perfect for one upper bit and one lower bit. As for 7, we can place one upper bit and two lower bits. The width of 8 is bigger. We can place one upper bit and three lower bits. Lastly, for 9, we can place one upper bit and four lower bits. Now we will have a demonstration from myself and the students. Now I will demonstrate mental arithmetic with listening. Firstly, put your left hand on the table as if you are holding an abacus. Hold the pencil using your right hand and perform the abacus clearing action. The position in front of you, which is about 3 cm apart from your body, find the starting point. When teacher is reading out the questions, students will perform the movement and at the same time recite the formulas used. For example, plus 2 thumb plus 8 equals minus 2 plus 10, minus 9 equals minus 10 plus 1, plus 6 pinched together. The answer is 7. Please take note that 6 will look like this. 7 will be wider, 8 will be even wider, and 9 will be the widest, but not too wide. It will look like two parallel lines, hence 6, 7, 8, and 9. Our fingers should be touching the table and the movements are light. Please do not move the beads harshly on the table or move the beads in the air. Students must touch the table lightly as if they are moving the real beads on abacus. Their hands should follow the formulas and stop at the last operation. For instance, plus 4, we stop here. Plus 5, plus 1 is minus 9 plus 10, minus 8 is minus 10 plus 2, plus 6 pinched together, plus 5 is minus 5 plus 10. It is exactly the same as how we would move the beads on abacus. When moving the beads on abacus, we curl up our fingers at the last step, but for mental arithmetic, we stop at the last operation. We will ask students to demonstrate this later on. In some cases, students may have a hard time doing mental arithmetic. Despite being good in using abacus to perform calculation, they still couldn't get the answer. That's because, for some students, visualizing bits in their mind can be a challenge. For this situation, they can do mental arithmetic and use abacus interchangeably when the answer is not correct. For example, 8 plus 2 minus 9 plus 6 plus 5, answer is 12. If the answer is correct, he may do mental arithmetic for the next question. 1 thumb plus 4 equals plus 5 minus 1, plus 5 equals minus 5 plus 10, minus 8 equals minus 10 plus 2, plus 7 pinched together, answer is 9. Pretending that the whiteboard is our tabletop. Put your left hand on the table, use your right hand to clear abacus. When you are moving bits on the abacus, your hands should be at the angle of 45 degrees. But when you are doing mental arithmetic, your hands should be standing up at nearly 90 degrees and close the rest of the fingers. As mentioned earlier, we should start with tens complement addition and subtractions teaching. Plus 2 use thumb. Plus 8 equals minus 2 plus 10. Minus 9 equals minus 10 plus 1. Plus 6 pinched together. As you can see, the answer is 7. We have mentioned earlier, 6, 7, 8, 9 should have different length. Write down the answer 7. Now we look at second question. Clear abacus. Plus 9 pinched together, plus 1 equals minus 9 plus 10, minus 8 equals minus 10 plus 2, plus 6 pinched together. The answer is 8. You would have noticed from the demonstration, the movements are light and small. Your hand must make contact with the table, and the fingers should stop at the last movement of the beads. This is the standard of the movements. We often see that students doing incorrect demonstration when teachers are not paying attention. The beads movement action are either too big or too forceful, or the beads movement scope being too wide. Some students may even move the beads in the air. The fingers must make contact with the table lightly, and the numbers of 6, 7, 8, 9 should have different lengths. If you focus on the small scope on the table, it will be easier for the student to visualize the movement of the beads in their mind. Let us continue the demonstration. Plus 3 thumb plus 7 equals minus 3 plus 10, minus 9 equals minus 10 plus 1, plus 6 pinched together, plus 5 equals minus 5 plus 10. The answer is 12. Teacher must ask students to recite the formulas while moving the beads. Only when the students are good at tens complement, then you can include the 5 complements addition and subtractions questions. For example, plus 2 thumb plus 8 equals minus 2 plus 10, minus 9 equals minus 10 plus 1, plus 4 equals plus 5 minus 1. We are using 5's complement here. Minus 3 equals plus 2 minus 5. The answer is 2. Initially, we should use only a few numbers and aim for accuracy instead of speed. When the students understand the concept, we can then increase the speed and the length of the questions as they improve. Next, plus 5 use index finger. Minus 3 equals minus 2 plus 5. Plus 8 equals minus 2 plus 10. Minus 9 equals minus 10 plus 1. Plus 4 equals plus 5 minus 1. The answer is 5. Please ask students to prepare a notebook to write the answers in each lesson. In the beginning, we can start with 10 to 20 questions only. During the calculation, if the answer is wrong, students should use abacus in the next question. If the answer is correct, they can then use mental arithmetic in the following question. The back and forth method like this will help students to capture the image of the beads in their mind. We will now discuss the mixed formula addition and subtraction, which are the most difficult in 1-digit and 2-digit calculation. Why is that so? That's because it combines the tens complement formulas and the fives complement formulas. The 10 formula mixed addition combines the formulas of tens complement addition and the 5's complement subtraction. The 10 formula mixed subtraction combines the formulas of 10's complement subtraction and the 5's complement addition. Let us look at the 10's mixed formulas addition. In the previous unit, we had 45 sample questions in 10's complement addition and subtraction. However, there are 10 questions where it was excluded from the unit. The reason being that these 10 sample questions involve 10 formula mixed addition, where we will learn in this unit. If you look at the whiteboard, there are 10 sample questions. 5 plus 6, 6 plus 6, 7 plus 6, 8 plus 6, plus 6 has 4 sample questions. 5 plus 7, 6 plus 7, 7 plus 7, 5 plus 8, 6 plus 8, and 5 plus 9. Altogether is 10 sample questions. In 10 formula mixed addition and subtraction, students can easily get confused and develop common error. Therefore, as a teacher, we have to explain this unit carefully. For 10 formula mixed addition, we have plus 6, plus 7, plus 8, and plus 9 formulas. There are 4 formulas. They are the same as the 10's complement addition formulas, which are plus 6 equals minus 4 plus 10, plus 7 equals minus 3 plus 10, plus 8 equals minus 2 plus 10, and plus 9 equals minus 1 plus 10. The difference is when we need to minus 4, we don't have enough to minus. For example, we have 5 and we want to add 6. Plus 6 equals minus 4 plus 10. However, we don't have 4 to minus. Therefore, we need to use the 5 complement subtraction formula, which is minus 4 equals plus 1 minus 5, then plus 10. Hence, the formula is a combination of the 10's complement addition and the 5's complement subtraction. Let's look at 6 plus 7. Originally, plus 7's formula is plus 7 equals minus 3 plus 10. We need to minus 3 here, but we don't have 3 to minus. Therefore, we have to use 5's complement subtraction formula, which is minus 3 equals plus 2 minus 5, then plus 10. The answer is 13. As for plus 8, the original formula is minus 2 plus 10. However, sometimes we will face a situation where we don't have 2 to minus. For example, we have 5 and we want to add 8. Plus 8 equals minus 2 plus 10. However, we don't have 2 to minus. Hence, we use the 5's complement subtraction formula, which is minus 2 equals plus 3 minus 5, then plus 10. The answer is 13. Next is 5 plus 9. The original formula is plus 9 equals minus 1 plus 10, but we don't have 1 to minus. So we use minus 1 equals plus 4 minus 5, and then plus 10. It is obvious that these 4 formulas are harder compared to the formulas that we have learned. You might ask if the student need to memorize these formulas. If yes, how should they memorize them? Is it plus 6 equals minus 4 plus 10, or plus 6 equals plus 1 minus 5 plus 10? In my opinion, both are quite difficult. There are already 4 sets of the formulas in the previous unit that the students have to memorize. If we are to add 2 more sets of formulas in this unit, it is very likely that students will make more mistakes and develop bad habits. Therefore, it is not necessary for students to memorize these 2 sets, but only the 4 sets of the formulas in the previous units. For example, we have 9, and we want to add 6. Plus 6 equals minus 4 plus 10, where we can minus 4 directly here. We can mention to students that this is our original tens complement addition. Next, we want to continue to plus 6, which is minus 4 plus 10. However, we don't have 4 to minus. This is where we need to use the 5's complement subtraction. Minus 4 equals plus 1 minus 5, then plus 10. We must mention to students that if we can directly minus 4, it means we are using tens complement addition formula. If we need to use the 5 complement subtraction, it means that we are using the 10 formula mixed additions formula. There's another simpler way to teach this. If we have 9 and to add 6, we can use minus 4 plus 10 directly. This is the original tens complement addition formula. To add another 6, which is also minus 4 plus 10, but we don't have 4 to minus. We can show the bits of 6, 7, 8, and 9 here to the students and explain that 6 has 1 lower bit, 7 has 2 lower bits, 8 has 3 lower bits, and 9 has 4 lower bits. If students do not understand clearly, we can remind them that 6 has 1 lower bit, so they can move 1 lower bit up with minus 5, then plus 10. Let us look at example plus 7. We have 8 and we want to plus 7. Plus 7 equals minus 3 plus 10. We can minus 3 directly here, which is the original tens complement addition. However, if we want to plus another 7, we don't have 3 to minus this time. Hence, we will use plus 2 minus 5 plus 10 for this situation, and the answer is 22. Sometimes students may not understand this clearly, so we can do it in this way. We have 8 and we want to plus 7. We can minus 3 directly. However, when we want to add another 7, but we don't have 3 to minus, we can mention to them that 7 has 2 lower bits, so we move 2 lower bits up with 5, then plus 10. Using this method, it will be clearer for students to understand because 7 has 2 lower bits. You just need to bring 2 lower bits up, then plus 10. We have 7 and we want to add 8. Plus 8 equals minus 2 plus 10, and we can minus 2 directly. However, when we need to add another 8, we don't have 2 to minus directly. So we use plus 3 minus 5 plus 10, which involves 5's complement. Using the different method where students are not clear, they can remember how many lower bits 8 has. We remember 8 has 3 lower bits. Hence, we bring 3 lower bits up with 5, then plus 10. This is a simpler method. Lastly is plus 9. Now we have 6 and we want to add 9. Plus 9 equals minus 1 plus 10. We can minus 1 directly using the original tens complement addition. But when we want to add another 9, we don't have 1 to minus. In this case, we will use 5's complement subtraction, which is minus 1 equals plus 4 minus 5, then plus 10. The answer is 24. If the student did not memorize the formulas or that they were not clear, they can refer to how many lower bits 9 have. We have 6 plus 9 equals minus 1 plus 10. Add another 9. 9 has 4 lower bits, so we bring 4 lower bits up with 5, then plus 10. The answer is 24. Hence, we have two methods here. One is to use the original formulas, and when we don't have enough to minus, we use 5's complement subtraction formulas. Another is to look at how many lower bits the number has, then we move up the lower bits accordingly and add 10. In this section, we will discuss about 10 formula mixed subtraction. It is the last set of the formulas. Similar to 10 formula mixed subtraction, students do not need to memorize because by memorizing the 4 sets of the formulas in the previous unit is enough for them to answer the questions. we have -6, -7, -8, and -9. -6 equals -10 plus 4, but because we don't have 4 to add directly, so we need to use the 5's complement addition formulas, which is +4 equals +5 minus 1 formula. -7 is -10 plus 3 together with 5's complement additions formula. -8 is -10 plus 2 together with 5's complement additions formula. -9 is -10 plus 1 together with 5's complement additions formula. Let us look at some examples. We have mentioned earlier that students may develop bad habits when moving bits on the abacus if they don't memorize the formula well, or that they have memorized too many formulas and got mixed up. Especially in 10-formula mixed addition and subtraction, students can easily get confused and develop common error. Therefore, as a teacher, we have to explain this unit carefully. -6 has 4 sample questions: 11 minus 6, 12 minus 6, 13 minus 6, 14 minus 6. -7 has 3 sample questions: 12 minus 7, 13 minus 7, 14 minus 7. -8 has 2 sample questions: 13 minus 8, 14 minus 8. -9 has 1 sample question: 14 minus 9. Altogether, there are 10 sample questions. In the previous unit, we mentioned that there are 45 sample questions. However, we should exclude these 10 questions because it involves 10 formulas mixed subtraction, which we will explain in this unit. Similar to 10-formula mixed subtraction, students do not need to memorize because by memorizing the 4 sets of the formulas in the previous unit, is enough for them to answer the questions. First of all, we will look at the -6 formulas. For example, we have 20 and we want to -6. -6 equals -10 plus 4. We plus 4 directly. It is the original 10's complement subtraction formula that we are using here. However, if we want to minus another 6, which is -10 plus 4, we don't have 4 to plus. In this case, we need to use 5's complement addition formula, which is +4 equals +5 minus 1. The answer is 8. Students do not need to memorize these formulas to avoid creating more pressure and confusion. They will tend to make mistakes if they have too many formulas to memorize. They only need to know that they can use the 5's complement formulas to solve the problem. In another way, if they are not clear about the combination, they may refer to the amount of the lower bits of 6, 7, 8, and 9. 6 has 1 lower bit, 7 has 2, 8 has 3, and 9 has 4 lower bits. Originally, if we need to -6 from 20, we can use -6 equals -10 plus 4 directly. However, when we need to minus another 6, we can -10 but not +4 directly. Teacher can mention to students that 6 has 1 lower bit, so we can +5 minus 1, as in move 1 lower bit down. The answer is 8. This method can be taught to some students whom are not clear. As this is the last set of the formulas, most students should be familiar with the down together formulas. That was the -6 formula. Let us look at the formula of 7. if we have 20 and we want to minus 7, minus 7 equals minus 10 plus 3, which has no problem. However, if we need to minus another 7, minus 7 equals minus 10 plus 3, we can minus 10 but cannot plus 3 directly. Hence, we will use 5's complement addition formula, which is plus 3 equals plus 5 minus 2. Using another method, we have 20 and we want to minus 7. Minus 7 equals minus 10 plus 3, which is the original formula. But when we want to minus another 7, they will minus 10, but if they forget how many to plus, they can refer to the lower bits of 7. 7 has 2 lower bits, hence they should bring down 2 lower bits. The answer is 6. Now we will look at the formula of 8. 22 minus 8. Minus 8 equals minus 10 plus 2. This is the original formula. We can continue to minus 8. Minus 8 equals minus 10 plus 2. We can minus 10, but we cannot plus 2 directly. So we use plus 2 equals plus 5 minus 3. This is the correct method to teach. However, if students do not understand, we can teach them this way. 22 minus 8. Minus 8 equals minus 10 plus 2 directly. Minus another 8, we minus 10, but we cannot plus 2 directly. If they forgot how to do, we can remind them to refer to the lower bits of 8, which is 3. So, bring down 3 lower bits. The answer is 6. Lastly is the formula of 9. For example, we have 23 and we want to minus 9. Minus 9 equals minus 10 plus 1. This is the original formula. We continue to minus another 9. Minus 9 equals minus 10 plus 1. We can minus 10, but we cannot plus 1 directly. So we use plus 1 equals plus 5 minus 4 formula here. This is the correct method to teach. However, if students do not understand, we can teach them this way. We have 23 minus 9. Minus 9 equals minus 10 plus 1 directly. Minus another 9, we minus 10, but we cannot plus 1 directly. If they forgot how to do, we can remind them to refer to the lower bits of 9, which is 4. Hence, they can bring down 4 lower bits. The answer is 5. In this unit, we learn about mental arithmetic with listening, single-digit 10 formula mix addition and subtraction. We suggest 2 teaching methods. Firstly, you may follow the sequence of the 5's complement addition and subtraction, the 10's complement addition and subtraction, and the 10 formula mix addition and subtraction to teach students. But because of the learning progress is continuous, and for some younger students, they may not be able to absorb the concept fully and resulted in common error, we would therefore suggest to use second teaching method. You may teach the 5's complement addition and subtraction and the 10's complement addition and subtractions first, and pause the teaching of 10 formula mix addition and subtraction. Especially in 10 formula mix addition and subtraction, students can easily get confused and develop common error. Therefore, as a teacher, we have to explain this unit carefully. During this period, pause the teaching of 10 formula mix addition and subtraction. You can teach simple 2-digit addition and subtraction, 2 digits 5's complement addition and subtraction, and 2 digits of 10's complement addition and subtraction. After learning all this, you can then start teaching 10 formula mix addition and subtraction. In this way, it will minimize the student's mistake and make the teaching smoother. Therefore, as a teacher, we have to explain this unit carefully. Teacher may choose between these 2 methods.
珠算小百科5：如何选择好的算盘用具？选择好的算盘用具，它的重要性就如同学习音乐需配合好的乐器，像钢琴、小提琴、吉他等的道理是一样的。算盘是一个多功能的玩具、教具及工具，它不昂贵，只需符合几个要求即可。第一是上珠1颗，下珠4颗，即称1、4珠，而非传统上珠2颗，下珠5颗，即称2、5珠。第二是木质的，大约在13至23档之间最适宜。不要选择廉价的塑胶制小算盘，因为木质算盘品质稳定，不会有粘珠或破损的问题。第三是颗粒须小，每颗珠粒不宽于12公厘。原因是目前珠心算的推广着重在幼童6至10岁之间，手掌较小，所以颗粒小，易于操作。更重要的是，随着学习进度及熟练度更多且更快，在学童脑中形成的算珠影像，由于珠粒较小，会更宽广且更清晰，会有助于提升心算的速度及正确性。所以，算盘的选择是决定能否学好珠心算的基础工作。以上是今天的教学内容，希望你们都看得明白，也会喜欢。有任何教学及课程的问题，请随时和我们联系。网址：pamaglobal.org 或samaglobal.org，我们会尽快回复你的来信。也欢迎你们继续收看下个单元，下次见。